I anticipated that, okay, I'm going to have to change my mind about how I've been thinking about things. Your life is only as big or as small as your belief system. There's so much more that my life has to offer. You can't get through things without going through things. So what inspired me to join the Ready to Launch 5-day program was the fact that I had been working on my own recruitment agency since about 2022, wasn't making any headway. And one night, a couple of weeks ago, maybe in January, I happened to be on Facebook, and I'm not into social media. I'm never on Facebook. And so as I was on Facebook, I'm scrolling and I'm asking myself the question, what are you doing on Facebook? You don't even come on Facebook. Like, what's the issue? And I kept scrolling. And then I saw Dr. Nicole's ad. And the answer came to me, like just as audible as the question. This is what you were on Facebook for. So once I clicked on the ad, I saw that she pretty much had all the resources, all the tools, and all the support and help that I needed. And I decided to join the challenge. It's the best decision that I've made in 2024 so far. So what made me join the program after the challenge was just the amount of information we got in the 5-day challenge. One of the first things Dr. Nicole said during the challenge was, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. And it just so happens, someone I call an uncle mentioned that to me about 4 months ago. And I had never heard the saying before. And I'm like, what? And I went home and I Googled it, and I thought it was such an awesome saying. And so when Dr. Nicole said it the first day, I'm like, okay, something is happening. And it just resonated so deeply with me. And I could just see that she was a vessel of my breakthrough, or our breakthrough. And I absolutely wanted to tap into that. So when I started the challenge, I was just amazed at the amount of information that I was gaining. Dr. Nicole was very specific in the processes. She gave us details, laid out formulas and strategies for us. And this is something that I knew I had needed for these 2 years, that I'm trying to establish a business on my own, but I don't have the information or the revelation. And so just being part of the challenge helped me to see on a deeper level, on a more specific level, what I was missing. The energy, the spirit of it all, everything just resonated with me. The information, everything resonated. And so it was a great experience for me to be part of the challenge. Mindset shift. That's just in life in general. I realized during the challenge that my mindset had to shift if I was going to be on board with the program. There came a point in time when Dr. Nicole kind of presented the Legit University. And as I was listening, I anticipated that, okay, I'm going to have to change my mind about how I've been thinking about things or how I've been receiving things, because I know it's not going to be a small amount, and I have to get on board mentally with investing in myself. Right? She said something about it's easy to go buy a car, but a car is not an investment. The car can't really bring you anything. But when you invest in yourself and you use your money to make money, that's the best thing you can do. The mindset shift that I realized, and I'm still realizing that I have to make, just so that I can be as present and as intentional and as wildly successful as I will be. My favorite moment from the challenge, I believe that would be when one of the, I can't remember her name, but one of the mentees, I believe, she was part of the program, just hearing her real life experience from before she joined the Legit University, what she was going through in her own personal life, in her own walk, and then the decision that she made to join the class, and then the opportunities and success that she's had after being part of the class. As I heard her story, I heard my story. That for me touched me in a way where I'm like, I'm definitely 100% gonna get on board regardless. And I just knew that I was where I was supposed to be. I was in the right place. And I think for me, that was the most impactful moment of being in the challenge, of being part of the challenge, just hearing someone share my story, even though it was her story. So it just helps me to see that we all go through the same things to a degree. And it's just to communicate and open up and share. And then, we can help each other in that. I know I've grown a lot about how I view myself, my decisions, my destiny, destiny, my future, my success. There's a really good book that Dr. Nicole recommended called You Too. And as I read the book, it just showed me that your life is only as big or as small as your belief system. So the things that you choose to believe about yourself will happen, and you can actually take off the limits. And it's a difficult thought if you haven't done it or if you're not used to doing it. But just getting into the habit of thinking bigger, hoping bigger, praying bigger, speaking bigger so that you can live bigger. There are no limits. Suspend all disbelief and take those leaps. So for me, it's just been a journey of changing my mind, speaking those things that will come to pass, visualizing, making $100,000 revenue every month. Just things like that is just allowed me to just understand that there's so much more that my life has to offer, and there's so much more that I have to do in this world, and I'm on board with it. My interactions with the community and the coaching team have been absolutely awesome. I'm a little on the shy, well, not shy, I'm just quiet. I'm an observer. I pay attention to things, I pay attention to people, and in the process of me paying attention, I'm quiet, but I'm not really quiet in real life. I like to talk, I like to interact, I like to express myself. So initially I was quiet, and just observing and just kind of feeling the energies. Specifically in the community, we interact a lot. We call on each other, we ask questions, we answer questions, we give advice, we give input. Coaches are awesome. I can easily contact the coaches if I have a question, if I need help, if I need advice about anything. So the team works very well together amongst the other mentees and the coaches, and I really enjoy those relationships and the relationships that we will continue to form. I think the relationships are so important as you are kind of growing together, building together, learning together. It's so important to have individuals that you can call on and rely on, and I'm excited to be part of the community. I find myself even more confident now than I was 2 weeks ago. My confidence is growing, my level of information is growing, my level of revelation is growing. I'm visualizing specifically what I want. I'm dreaming about it. Like I go to sleep and I wake up with dreams that this will happen. So my level of confidence, my thought patterns, my thought process, all of those things have shifted in alignment with the dreams that I never even had before joining the challenge, right? I never saw these things for myself prior to the challenge. And as a result of being part of the challenge and now being part of the course, I see it as clear as day. I see different things that I'm going to do in my community as a result of being or having a successful healthcare agency. I see things I'll do for my family. I see just going to another level to level. So it's been an exceptional and amazing experience. And I'm just in awe of the amount of information that we've received and how it's already transformed my life. I would say get on board. It can seem challenging, but of course it's a challenge, right? And you can't get through things without going through things. If your mind is kind of set on it, even if you have questions, because I had questions before I joined. I had questions of what is this information that I will receive? How is it going to transform or impact my life? As I said, information just resonated. Leave all fear behind. Dr. Nicole has a wealth of information and she shares it so freely. And it helps to blow your expectations. And being part of this class has helped me to see so much clearly how God sees me and what He has in mind for me. So I would say if you're ready to live, if you're ready to jump, if you're ready to explore, if you're ready to challenge yourself, if you're ready to take your life to a next level, go for it. It may sound like it's too big, but it's worth it.